My wife teased that the paternity test I ordered was just foolish paranoia. I grinned and brushed it aside when the results confirmed I wasn't the father. Then I had her suspected lover secretly tested using DNA from a spilled beverage. It was a perfect match. I handed both reports to her attorney when she pushed for child support. Her attorney was left speechless, frantically phoning her for answers. I, 38 male, am still struggling to comprehend the absolute brazen audacity of it all. It's like a light switch was thrown, and my existence, my spouse, just vanished. Mirage. My name is Craig. It began gradually. My wife Jenna, 35, and I had been attempting to conceive. When she finally became pregnant, I was overjoyed. 10 years as a couple, 7 wedded. Stable, or so I believed. But throughout the pregnancy, she grew aloof, secretive with her device. Our shared acquaintance, Logan, a friend from university, was abruptly present all the time, aiding Jenna. I waved off my discomfort as new dad anxiety. Our boy Finn arrived 8 months back. He's a wonderful child, but as he developed, that persistent doubt grew stronger. He resembled me in no way. Fair hair, light eyes. Jenna and I both have dark locks, deep brown gazes. Logan, fair-haired, light-eyed. Classic. I opted for a paternity check to ease my mind. When I mentioned it to Jenna, she chuckled. "Oh, Craig, stop being ridiculous." Pure insecurity. It turned into her ongoing gag. "Still convinced Finn's from the delivery guy, darling." Dumb, but I went along. The package arrived, performed the cheek swabs on myself and Finn, mailed them in. Jenna observed, still grinning. "Throwing money away, love." The outcome landed in my email at the office. Document. Chance of paternity for Craig, 0%. None. Not slight, not possible. None. He wasn't mine. My boy. The foolish paranoia quip rang in my ears. Challenge her? No, she'd deny. Manipulate. This required planning. My thoughts sharpened to a point. Logan was the clear suspect. The schedule, the appearance, Jenna's radiance near him, nauseating insight. I required irrefutable evidence connecting him. A week on, casual gathering at our home. Logan acted the devoted uncle. Made me queasy. He set his brew aside, headed to the restroom. I snatched a fresh, clean swab. I'd purchased a bundle. Wiped his beer container. Risky gamble. Accidental spill. Genetic material. But viable. The following day, I dispatched Logan's swab and another for Finn. Properly marked with reference codes from the initial test for Finn, following the second facility's guidelines for direct comparison to an alternate lab, employing a pseudonym for Logan's specimen and opting for expedited service. I needed them to match Logan's profile straight to Finn's. 3 days on, second message. Fingers trembling, scanned to the bottom. The potential father sample B, Logan's specimen, cannot be ruled out as the genetic parent of child sample A, Finn's specimen. The likelihood of paternity stands at 99.9999%. Confirmation. Frigid determination. Jenna hadn't merely been unfaithful. She'd engineered a colossal fraud, attempted to foist another man's offspring as mine, then ridiculed me. Quiet. Saved both reports. Produced hard copies. Reached out to an attorney, a fierce one named Miss Claire, expert in contentious separations. Explained everything. Most people arrive shattered before securing this proof, she noted. Craig, you've handled the groundwork. Weeks of discreet preparation. Relocated to the guest bedroom. Claimed loud breathing. Jenna appeared eased. Extra screen time. Muffled conversations. Logan still visiting. Unaware, though I noticed him eyeing me oddly a couple times. The nerve. Miss Claire prepared the documents, strategy, deliver them. Then unleashed the genetic evidence when support claims surfaced. Finished playing the foolish, doubtful spouse. This morning, process server handed over the papers. I was at the job. Nearby cafe. My phone exploded. Not Jenna, her recent attorney. A Mr. Howard. Voicemail packed with bravado. Kid support, marital, the residence. My vital organ, typical. Miss Claire returned his call. Allowed his tirade on my desertion. Then steadily. Mr. Howard, prior to debating interim aid for Finn, I suggest you review these. Forwarded both genetic reports, the one disqualifying me and the one pinpointing Logan. Half an hour passed. Miss Claire rang me, entertained. Craig, Mr. Howard rang again, less assured. I overheard him shouting at Jenna distantly. Is this accurate? Were you aware he wasn't the parent? Regarding Logan? Clarify immediately. She said he seemed completely stunned, stammered about consulting his client promptly. Disconnected. So opening salvo launched. Jenna will erupt. Logan's naive reality is upcoming. The presumption surge is approaching, but now I sense command. Battle commenced. Well, Reddit, it's been a turbulent fortnight. Events spiraled wildly, dramatically. Appreciate the feedback, messages. Reassuring to realize I'm not isolated in this madness. Jenna, as expected, detonated after her attorney challenged her with the genetics. Mr. Howard, to his merit or to protect his standing, informed her that her stance on Finn's origins was, put mildly, indefensible. Requests for kid support for Finn disappeared from documents, swiftly. But the presumption?
Oh, it's transformed. Now it's her anguish, her betrayal.
Indeed, correct. And how I'm indebted to her for squandering her prime years and causing emotional harm. Fresh tactic. I deceived her by withholding the genetic info longer, causing her to assume a stable tomorrow. Gold medal cognitive contortions. Then the enablers. Jenna's sibling Laurie, yes, a Laurie in name and demeanor, shrieked at me via call. Craig, how dare you be so heartless shaming her? Me, Laurie. Jenna bore a child with another and deceived. Who shamed whom? She erred. Pardon. Logan would never. Those reports could be faulty. The rejection is potent, informed her attorney's only ended call. Hostile messages ensued. Captured images, forwarded to Miss Claire. Jenna's mother, Kayla, attempted guilting. Sobs. Craig, sweetheart, Jenna is crushed. Adores you. A mix-up. She requires assistance. Courteous yet resolute. Kayla, genetics are definitive. Court proceedings manage aid. Terminated. Greatest presumption arrived from Jenna through message, violating her attorney's only directive. Jenna, Craig, who can't evict me penniless. I styled that home. I merit 50%, plus maintenance since you harmed my standing by evidently sharing our secrets with people. Logan is enraged you implicated him. He claimed her fixated. Her belief I'm gossiping is ironic, given her deeds. I've disclosed to none but Miss Claire. She's probably mirroring or caught rumors, since court filings are circulating. No response. Captured. Sent to Miss Claire. My attorney's opponent misdeeds dossier is expanding. Filthiest ploy. Jenna attempted to empty our former shared savings. Roughly $2,000. Institution alerted it. Contacted me. Funds were already locked. Miss Claire. Additional unethical monetary behavior. Logan's keeping distance. Appears strained when encountered. Jenna surely informed him of the genetic proofs I hold. Fine. His caring pal routine is finished. No need for direct clash from me. Court consequences are more gratifying. Miss Claire is readying to officially alert him and his prospective representation. Original claim from Jenna's attorney before genetics, $5,000 monthly marital. Fund her counsel costs, after genetics. Still seeking marital citing emotional reliance and reduced income potential. Her occasional online influencer role was $1,500 monthly. My position. No marital aid. She violated promises with disloyalty and enormous fraud. She's youthful, fit, able to labor. Funds she used from my earnings amid the liaison. Miss Claire's investigating waste of joint property. Arbitration upcoming. Miss Claire isn't hopeful. I'm composed, recording, allowing her to manage the court arena. The fury is a chilled blaze now, driving determination. She sought conflict. She received one. I arrived equipped. Events intensified. Presumptions astronomical. Unethical moves are more unethical. Arbitration. Catastrophe. Jenna 60 minutes delayed. Shades on appearing worn. Logan absent. Though his influence, her attorney Mr. Howard appeared a decade aged. Tearfully asserted Logan exploited her fragile condition. Maintained since Finn was conceived during our union. I still bore some distorted duty to fund her financially for the existence she anticipated. Sought the residence. My title, pre-union, some union funds for updates, 50% my pension, $3,000-ish monthly lifelong maintenance. Forfeited her professional prospects, that occasional role once more. Miss Claire serenely laid out realities. Fraud, genetics, tried account siphon. Messages. Highlighted my pre-union properties. Proposed $10 settlement offer. Jenna sneered. 10,000? My suffering exceeds your junk vehicle. The arbitrator, a tolerant lady named Mrs. Leslie, attempted clarifying judicial truths of parentage deceit. Jenna rejected it, shouted I was a spiteful egomaniac aiming to ruin her due to envy over her connection with Logan. Quite the performance. No accord. Astonishing. Now for the unethical ploys. Defamation drive. Jenna and Lori reaching shared contacts. Co-workers, weaving stories of my mistreatment. My domineering ways pushing her to Logan. Fabricated genetic reports. Some are swallowing it. Hurts. My supervisor knows my character. Advised. Me to concentrate on tasks. Worried. Nameless. Report. Pet welfare contacted. Alleged my dog Buster, 12-year-old retriever, was ignored, mistreated. Inspector arrived. Buster, content and fit, welcomed him. Inspector expressed regret. Spiteful report, furious. Involving my dog in this? Base, incredibly base. Added to dossier. Logan's attorney initiates action. I received a missive from Logan's freshly hired attorney. It was a stop and desist requiring I halt bothering and slandering Logan by claiming he sired a child. It warned of court steps. This arrived prior to Ms. Claire formally delivering Logan anything. But following Jenna evidently sharing the genetic proof I owned. Logan, in his alarm and probably misstating facts to his own attorney, likely urged this bold and foolish step. A pure unmatched nerve. My attorney merely chuckled. Ideal, she stated. They've revealed their strategy. We'll reply to this with verified genetic documents and a warning of forthcoming court action to confirm his parentage and monetary duties. Let them litigate. Evidence phase will be enjoyable. Monetary requests persist. Jenna now seeks share of a modest legacy I got from my grandma during union, contending it was mixed. Used portion for a $200 sofa. Urgency is evident. My retribution isn't yelling fits. It's systematic. Court unraveling. Complete monetary revelation and property tracking. Totalva. Issuing court orders for Jenna's banking logs, charge cards. Searching for concealed funds. Outlays on Logan, her online coordinator earnings. We demand receipts. Presents from Logan. Each cent examined. Sworn statement period. Jenna initially. Then Logan. Ms. Claire is buzzing with eagerness for Logan's, particularly post his attorney's missive. He can justify his non-parentage and his stop and desist while sworn. Countersuits. For slander and wrongful legal action, if we can link the nameless call. Difficult to establish, but sequence is incriminating. The residence. Expert accountants demonstrated negligible rise in worth from union contributions. We'll propose that small portion. She lacks resources to purchase my share. Laurie's online posting ambiguous entries about traitors and males who can't manage independent females. Lamentable. Jenna's folks are mute. Mr. Howard doubtless clarified how poor this appears, not yielding. Each unethical ploy. Each presumptuous request strengthens my determination. They figured I'd submit. Incorrect. Fulfillment won't be their misery, but them encountering actual consequences, deprived of their capacity to deceive. Court costs are mounting for them. Truth stings. Ultimate update, 4 months on. It's concluded. Separation completed last week. 4 months from my prior post. Seems an eternity. Dominant sensation. Ease and silence. Profound contentment that fairness, in its gradual, relentless manner, prevailed. Sworn statements were the pivot. Jenna's was chaotic, inconsistent, wept, poor performance, portrayed sufferer. Under Ms. Claire's probing on the liaison schedule, parentage awareness and money matters, her narrative collapsed. Queried if she realized Logan was the parent when I endorsed the birth record, she finally muttered, I may have guessed. Priceless. Logan's sworn statement, superior still, arrived appearing sleep-deprived for weeks. Confidence vanished. His attorney, now thoroughly informed by Ms. Claire, who had firmly countered their C&D with the real proof, appeared profoundly uneasy. Faced with the genetics while sworn, Logan conceded parentage. Attempted to minimize the liaison as a short error, but monetary logs we obtained via court order revealed presents to Jenna. Getaways, meals, all as I unwittingly financed their meetings. Conceded he held a solid position as a designer. His attorney's prior stop and desist missive lingered, a tribute to their early bravado. Defamation effort failed. Contacts Jenna influenced received court order threats for statements. Their accounts abruptly grew unclear. Nameless pet services report couldn't be sourced, but court observed the trend. Confronted with irrefutable proof, Jenna's bid for aid and properties dissolved. Mr. Howard, probably foreseeing unpaid counsel costs and a defeated fight, urged her to compromise. The ultimate outcome? Parentage. Logan lawfully Finn's parent, title on revised birth record, mandated to provide kid support according to standards. Fate truly circled back to him, Logan. Marital aid. None. Zilch. Zero. Severe actions voided any entitlement. Court concurred. Property split. The residence. Mine. Negligible union input to worth. She received $5, scarcely denting her counsel costs. My legacy, intact. Pension funds? Retained individually. Banking funds? She retained hers. Locked joint fund. $2K she attempted to seize. Divided after her portion subtracted related counsel costs. She got $800. Counsel costs, each covered own. Massive victory. Mr. Howard appeared on the verge of tears. Recovering from Jenna Logan will be entertaining for him. Individual items. Jenna took her attire, certain furnishings. Transporters? Her cost gathered under watch. Silent, underwhelming. The consequences for the foes. Jenna, rumor has it, resides in a small, inexpensive unit. Sibling Laurie wearied of the theater's financial pleas. Jenna's laboring harder, insufficient for her prior way of life. Emotional harm appears to have shifted to real monetary hardship. Appropriate. Logan is formally a parent, with fiscal duties. Effort to evade accountability collapsed. He and Jenna attempted for Finn's benefit. Endured roughly a month, accusing one another. Truth of joint raising without my funds wasn't dreamy. He's providing kid support. Social circle impacted now, his deceit is public. No regret, no contrition. Merely resentment, subdued sufferer role. Presumptuous individuals seldom gain insight. Me? Managing fine. Improved, in fact. Challenging year, but emerging with money and mental health preserved feels amazing. Pricey court costs, but serenity is invaluable. Disposed of the residence, negative recollections. Acquired a compact spot for me and Buster. Relinking with contacts Jenna had distanced. Hopeful. Retribution wasn't boisterous. It was subdued, unyielding enforcement of facts and rules. Took her foolish paranoia remark, employed it to reveal her fraud. They constructed a card tower on falsehoods. I serenely delivered proof that toppled it. Observing her attorney's expression when he grasped the endgame, that was immensely gratifying. Thanks, Reddit. Aided beyond words. Time to seal this section and begin another.